movie geeks, here we are, 5th Halloween countdown. Tonight, well, it wasn't tonight, it was over about a week, we've watched Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass. Written and directed by Mike Flanagan. This is his newest limited series, is it? Following on from Bly Manor and Haunted of Hill House, which I absolutely loved. This takes I think this is all him. So written, directed, and produced, and it's a different turn. It's another horror film, a horror genre, but it's more of a commentary on religion and fanaticism, if anything, with an underlying supernatural current.
Yeah.
What would you say?
A lot of.
Should we? Last night we didn't really go into detail about the plot.
No, I don't think we should about this because it's still fairly new and there's loads of people who won't have watched this because it's only just sort of quite new to Netflix. So I don't think we should go into spoilers. I think the main part, two big parts, the vampires, shocker, and the religious aspects, you find that out very quickly, so we won't be ruining anything for you.
Yeah. So basically,
it's a town, isn't it? An island. You know, you feel like it's a town, but it's actually an island, something like 30 miles off the coast.
Yeah.
There's a ferry in and out twice a day.
It'd be freaking horrible.
Yeah.
Although, depending.
It's a really small community, about 160 people, I think they said. And it kind of all revolves around
this church.
The church there.
St. Michael's, I think it was.
It starts with a lad, a youngish guy who, it's a car accident basically, and he's drunk, handcuffed, sat on the side of the road, looking at a body of a young girl, young lass that he's hit and killed basically in another car. Fast forward 4 years because he's been in prison and he returns home. So he'd moved out of this sort of small community that he felt was being suffocated by. There's nothing there for young people. Moved to the city, it was Chicago,
yeah, I think so.
And kind of was this big sort of, I don't know what it was. Was he like
he was not a Kickstarter. Was it Kickstarter?
I was going to say a hedge funds type of thing, but like probably financial sort of whatever.
Startup businesses and stuff like that.
And he goes back home, and it kind of then evolves from there. And his family, his mum and dad are quite religious.
Yeah.
And there's this new priest,
who's just turned up.
New priest who's rocked up.
The old priest, who was extremely old.
Started with dementia.
Yeah, the community had got together and funded him to go to Jerusalem to visit, obviously, the holy places. But
this priest said, "Oh, he's taken ill. He's okay. He's in hospital, and I'm his replacement because we wouldn't leave you without a priest and somewhere to worship." And it kind of goes from there. And is it 6 episodes?
7.
Is it 7? Sorry, we should know that. We've only just.
It could be 8. I'm not sure.
I have to be honest. I really don't like anything to do with vampires. I think because I overdosed as Buffy the Vampire Slayer as a teenager. I really loved Buffy. And whether I've just had my fill too soon.
Yeah.
I really struggle with vampire films. I don't find them interesting. I find them quite dull. And a lot of the time, I was falling asleep during these. We watched them, don't we, about 10ish. But I was falling asleep. And I kind of said, I don't know if it's because it is the vampire thing, or there is a lot of the preaching and the services, and that's what you're watching a lot of.
Now, don't get me wrong. The acting, the direction of it, and the acting and everything is done
some of the acting
well.
Is very well. I didn't rate some of them, but some like the guy,
priest.
I don't know what he's called now. He was very good. Yeah.
Father Paul, wasn't it? Yeah. No, Monsignor Paul. Was it? Something like that.
I meant his real name.
I can't remember his name. Seamus, wasn't it? Hamish. It was a Scottish name.
Yeah, Hamish. That's
it. He's every time he's at the pulpit, he nails it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You actually feel like you are in church, and I think that's what...
He's very convincing,
Yeah,
actually.
the direction of that is perfect. He comes across as... He believes every word that he's saying, and that is what is really well made about this series.
And he gets more people coming into the church.
There's not many to begin with, and then over days they come in, and it's set over the Easter weekend, isn't it?
That's
Attracts,
that's what also attracts a new crowd in the church. I'd definitely watch it, because I was speaking with both of us, but we loved Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah.
Blythe Manor was good. This is probably...
Doctor Sleep as well.
Yeah, well, I'm not including that with it being a film, but of the series, I would probably rate it in that order. This would come third for me. Not quite... Well, no, when it was good.
But I think, like I say, it's shot well, it's written well, but I think it takes a lot of the tropes that have been done before. Like, some people have mentioned and said that has a Salem's Lot feel.
No, I didn't get that at all. Yeah, no, you said that. I didn't get that.
But there's nothing in it that hasn't been done before.
The only thing that hasn't was exploring the more, not even spiritual side.
Fundamentalism.
The fundamental, what are we and where are we from?
Oh, yeah. And
there was a few bits in that did pick, that was probably the most interesting bits for me. Exploring the universe, about the universes and where we fit in and how we are here, and that was really quite interesting. And the rest of it,
come from dusk, go back to dusk.
I did enjoy. I have to say, I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
but I did find it a bit dull.
I found it like a film you hated. 30
Days of Night.
Yes.
Yeah.
We watched that a couple of years ago.
Vampires as well.
But I got a very similar feeling towards that.
It's good. I would watch it. We won't go into spoilers. It is very new. We won't go into... There's quite a lot to the story. There's quite a few things that sort of make you go...
Yeah. One of the things as well, it's one of those TV shows that don't put a name to what's happening.
Yeah.
And
so you won't hear the word vampire.
No, you won't. You don't hear it. You know exactly what it is. And even the main guy has a poster on his wall of Dana Scully from the X-Files. The X-Files dealt with vampires.
Yeah.
Vampires exist in this universe.
The Doctor is the agent.
Yeah, Monica Reyes.
Yeah, Monica Reyes. So yeah, it is good. I think I don't want to be unfair on it and make it sound boring that I was falling asleep. I just find some bits of it tedious, but it's actually very well made. There's been a lot of research done on it. I think really from a religious Catholic side of things.
There's a scene at the end where
you have to be careful.
I know I don't want to spoil it, but there's a scene at the end where there's two sides to the same belief, and there's a split, and it's exactly as think about Catholicism to Protestantism, and how different readings of the verse is interpreted by someone else. It's all in there, and it's well done. I don't know. I don't know what it just didn't. It's
just a bit of a tired subject.
Yeah, but I think vampires are making another comeback, aren't they?
Well, I will be getting there anytime soon. But I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I did.
I would give it 3.
Oh, I'm giving it a 3. Pumpkins.
It doesn't deserve a 4, but it definitely doesn't deserve a 2.
No. And I am looking forward to what Mike Flanagan has next up his sleeve, because I do think that he's an extremely good writer. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Go and watch Midnight Mass on Netflix. I would urge it, even though we're giving it 3 pumpkins. And we're back tomorrow with The Haunted. So yeah, come back, watch it, like us, subscribe. I'm Nate, the Ultimate Movie Geek. This is Marina. Mr. Movie Geek. Yeah. And we'll see you tomorrow. Sleep tight.